Welcome back to CarTech Zone. Today's topic isn't just about cars, engines, or tech upgrades. It's about one of the most anticipated and controversial shifts in modern global performance and power: China in 2026. We're diving deep into what's shaping up to be one of the most intense years of transformation, not only for China's technology and defense systems but also for how the United States is responding through performance, innovation, and pricing across every major sector. From automotive engineering to military advancements, from AI growth to nuclear deterrence strategies, 2026 is shaping the future of balance between two world giants. Now, the first thing we have to understand is that China in 2026 is not the same China we knew 5 years ago. The country has moved from being a fast follower to becoming a trendsetter in several technologies. China's tech giants have evolved their AI and EV industries to challenge even the most powerful American companies. But it's not just about gadgets, EVs, or export numbers. It's about influence, strategy, and control, and that's where things get serious. Let's start from the ground up, literally. China's automotive sector in 2026 has exploded. Brands like BYD, NIO, XPeng, and Geely have not only expanded across Asia but are now entering Western markets at aggressive price points. The average cost of a Chinese-made EV in 2026 sits around 30 to 40% lower than its American counterpart, yet the technology gap has nearly closed. We're talking about vehicles with advanced solid-state batteries, AI-assisted driving systems, and modular interiors that adjust automatically based on your posture and stress level. China's ability to mass-produce at scale while maintaining competitive design has forced American automakers to rethink everything, from production to pricing strategies. But here's where it gets interesting and complicated. The US in 2026 has doubled down on its own tech dominance, particularly in high-performance sectors. American automakers, especially Tesla, Rivian, and the big Detroit trio, have been fighting back not by lowering prices but by increasing performance and quality. The latest 2026 EV performance models from the US boast 600-mile ranges, lightning-fast 0-to-60 acceleration times, and unmatched build quality. However, the price tag is what's raising eyebrows. The average US-made EV now costs between $60,000 and $90,000, while Chinese competitors are offering comparable models for half that price. That pricing gap is one of the biggest global talking points right now, not just for car buyers, but for economists and policymakers. When it comes to energy and nuclear technology, China has been making equally aggressive strides. Their next-gen nuclear programs, both civilian and military, have been accelerating faster than anyone expected. Satellite imagery and open-source data reveal that China's reactor technology has matured dramatically, with small modular reactors being deployed at an unprecedented rate. Meanwhile, the US continues to rely on its aging nuclear infrastructure, though modernization programs have started gaining pace. The 2026 US Defense Review shows billions being poured into updating command systems, missile silos, and advanced nuclear deterrence capabilities. These upgrades are designed not just for security, but for maintaining geopolitical leverage. Performance-wise, America's nuclear arsenal still remains far ahead in terms of sophistication and reach. The combination of next-gen hypersonic systems and AI-powered early warning networks gives the US a clear edge. But China's strategy is different. Instead of matching missile for missile, they're focusing on making their systems faster to build, easier to conceal, and harder to detect. The result is a global chess match. One that doesn't rely on who has more weapons, but who can move smarter and faster. On the tech front, 2026 is the year of artificial intelligence escalation. Both the US and China are racing to control the future of AI chips and infrastructure. The US has continued to dominate the semiconductor field, but China's domestic chip ecosystem has made huge breakthroughs in AI training efficiency. Companies like Huawei and Baidu have rolled out AI supercomputers capable of processing language, data, and surveillance information in real time, almost rivaling America's top-tier systems. What's driving this acceleration is not just competition, but necessity. Both nations know that whoever leads in AI by 2026 leads in everything else. cars, weapons, finance, and even energy. In terms of public perception, 2026 has become a year of tension and comparison. Americans are watching China's massive infrastructure projects with a mix of skepticism and curiosity. High-speed rail systems connecting 80 major cities, fully automated ports, and 6G connectivity across urban regions, all of it paints a picture of speed and control. Meanwhile, U.S. industries are focusing more on decentralized innovation, letting private companies lead while the government ensures regulation and national security. It's two very different philosophies. China's centralization versus America's competition-driven evolution. Now, when we talk about performance and pricing, especially in the global market, we can't ignore trade dynamics. U.S. products are becoming premium by nature. They're expensive, high performance, and proudly engineered. China's products, on the other hand, are priced to dominate. You can buy 2 Chinese EVs for the price of 1 American luxury car, and the difference in performance is shrinking every year. For consumers, that's both exciting and confusing. The real question for 2026 is whether buyers will continue to pay top dollar for American-made craftsmanship, or switch to Chinese value-driven innovation. Let's look at military performance from a technological standpoint. The United States still holds the most advanced fleet of aircraft carriers, stealth bombers, and nuclear submarines in the world. The Gerald R. Ford-class carriers, along with hypersonic missile defense systems, keep America at the top of global deterrence. But China's naval expansion is nothing short of historic. Their new generation of carriers, drones, and cyber warfare units is growing faster than anyone expected. The performance-to-price ratio of China's military industry has become one of the biggest stories of 2026, efficient, fast, and cost-effective. The US spends more, but China builds more. That's a dynamic the world is watching closely. Now let's bring it back to the economy and prices that everyday people feel. China's inflation rate in 2026 has stabilized around moderate levels, while the US continues to wrestle with supply chain bottlenecks and the high cost of advanced materials. The performance of the US economy is still strong, driven by innovation and consumer spending, but the pricing pressures are real. High labor costs, expensive infrastructure, and stricter environmental rules keep American prices high. Meanwhile, China's centralized system allows them to cut costs and push products globally at record speed. That's why their exports are everywhere, from smartphones to EV batteries, from AI chips to construction materials. But despite all of this, the US still dominates in global trust and technological reliability. American-made systems have a reputation for long-term performance, safety, and after-sales service. That's something money alone can't buy. Chinese systems are improving rapidly, but concerns about security, surveillance, and data control still keep Western buyers cautious. In short, America sells confidence. China sells capability. And both are winning in their own way. When we analyze the numbers, 2026 looks like a split world. China's GDP growth is projected to stabilize at around 5%, while the US maintains slower but stronger quality growth driven by innovation. The price war between the two nations extends into every market: energy, transport, technology, and even entertainment. But the real story behind these numbers is strategy. China is playing the long game, investing in influence and infrastructure. The US is playing the precision game, investing in intelligence, partnerships, and long-term resilience. For viewers watching this from the US, the most important thing to understand about 2026 is that America's performance advantage still exists, but it's now defined by quality, not quantity. The price you pay for US innovation is higher, but you're buying reliability, service, and global leadership. For those watching from around the world, you're seeing two models of progress compete. One powered by control, the other powered by creativity. So what does this mean for the next decade? If China continues to grow at this pace, we're looking at a world where Chinese tech and products dominate global markets, while the US remains the center for innovation and invention. It's not necessarily a battle for dominance, it's a competition for definition. Each country is defining what progress means. For China, it's about speed and scalability. For America, it's about depth and reliability. By the end of 2026, expect to see more partnerships and competition blending together. American companies will increasingly rely on Chinese suppliers for materials, even as governments push for independence. Consumers will see more Chinese products entering premium categories, EVs, smart homes, and even aerospace. At the same time, American brands will continue to lead in performance and technological breakthroughs. Prices will stay high, but value perception will depend on how much trust consumers place in brand ethics and transparency. In the global performance landscape, the biggest factor to watch isn't just who builds faster, it's who learns faster. The ability to adapt and evolve has always been the real measure of power. The US and China both know this, and that's why 2026 isn't just another year, it's a turning point in history. The markets, the militaries, and the machines are all just reflections of something bigger, the race to define the future. So whether you're watching this as a tech enthusiast, a car fan, or just someone curious about what's next, keep your eyes open. The speed of change in 2026 will be unlike anything we've seen before. One side is building faster. The other is thinking smarter. And somewhere between those two forces lies the truth about what kind of world we'll all be driving into next. Thanks for watching CarTech Zone, where performance meets perspective. If you found this breakdown useful, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most powerful tech, machines, and global performance stories. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and keep your eyes on the future, because it's already here.